Welcome to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to tell you about these famous coins of the United States of America, which are very rare and valuable, and these coins are known in the world due to their features. So watch this video till the end. Subscribe to our channel BBC Rare Coin. Top 1. We're diving into the fascinating world of rare coins, focusing specifically on the 2001 Washington quarter. This seemingly ordinary coin has caught the attention of collectors and numismatists alike, and it could be worth far more than you might think. The Washington quarter was first introduced in 1932 to honor the first president of the United States, George Washington. Since then, the design has undergone a few changes, but the basic appearance has remained the same. Each year, the U.S. Mint releases new quarters, and in 2001, they began releasing the quarters as part of the 50-state quarters program, a series celebrating each state in the Union with unique designs. These state quarters became an instant hit with both collectors and the general public. And in the years since, some of these 2001 quarters have become incredibly valuable. Most 2001 Washington quarters are common and still worth their face value of 25 cents. However, as with any coin series, there are rarities and hidden treasures that can be worth far more. So, what makes a 2001 Washington quarter potentially worth thousands of dollars? First, we need to look at the condition of the coin. Coins in mint condition, or those that have been carefully preserved, are often worth more than those that have been circulated and show signs of wear. Coins that are graded as proof or uncirculated can fetch a premium price, especially if they're from a limited run or special release. However, it's not just the general condition of the coin that matters. Errors in the minting process can make a coin much more valuable. Error coins are among the most sought after in the numismatic world. A 2001 Washington quarter with a minting error can be worth significantly more than a regular quarter. There are various types of minting errors that can occur, including double strikes, off-center strikes, incorrect planchets, and even missing elements like the mint mark or part of the design. One of the most notable errors for the 2001 Washington quarter is the 2001 D Washington quarter with a double die obverse. This particular error occurs when the die used to strike the coin has been misaligned or struck twice, creating a doubling effect on parts of the design. This error typically shows up on the lettering of Liberty or In God We Trust and can be quite noticeable. Finding a 2001 D Washington quarter with this double die error is a rare occurrence. And when one does turn up, it can be worth a significant amount of money to the right collector. Other notable errors to look out for include off-center strikes, where the coin was not properly aligned in the press, causing part of the design to be missing or misaligned. This can make the coin appear much more unusual and attractive to collectors. Another type of error to watch for is the incorrect planchet error, where the coin is struck on the wrong type of metal or a foreign coin planchet, giving it a distinctive look and potentially increasing its value. While the vast majority of 2001 Washington quarters are not worth more than face value, certain rare errors can fetch large sums at auction. In fact, some 2001 Washington quarters with minting errors have sold for thousands of dollars. But what about the truly exceptional ones? The most valuable 2001 Washington quarters can be worth an astronomical amount. For instance, one of the most impressive examples of a 2001 Washington quarter was sold for a record price of $79,000. This coin was an error specimen, struck with a double die obverse, and it became an instant sensation among collectors. The price tag of $79,000 is no exaggeration. Error coins like this can command such impressive sums, making them one of the most sought-after and lucrative coins for investors and numismatists alike. So, how can you determine if your 2001 Washington quarter might be worth more than 25 cents? The first step is to closely examine the coin for any obvious signs of error. Look for doubling in the lettering or design features, misalignment in the strike, or any unusual marks that could indicate a minting mistake. If you find something that looks out of the ordinary, it's a good idea to have the coin professionally graded by a reputable coin grading service. These services can assess the quality, authenticity, and potential value of the coin, giving you a more accurate idea of what it could sell for in the market. In addition to looking for errors, it's also important to consider the rarity and demand for certain coins. Some quarters, especially those from specific states or mint marks, may be more desirable to collectors due to their limited release or unique characteristics. For example, a 2001 quarter from a specific mint or with a certain design could be in high demand, especially if fewer of them were produced or released into circulation. That if you happen to come across a 2001 Washington quarter that has been well preserved and shows no signs of wear, it might still be worth holding on to. Even without errors, coins that are in pristine condition or graded as uncirculated may be valued higher than a standard coin in circulation. While not all 2001 Washington quarters will make you rich, it's always worth checking your change and looking for those hidden treasures. So, what's the bottom line when it comes to the 2001 Washington quarter? While most of them are worth only their face value of 25 cents, there are rare exceptions. Coins with minting errors, unique features, or in pristine condition can be worth a lot more. The most valuable examples, like the 2001 Washington quarter with a double die obverse error, have been known to sell for as much as $79,000. That's right, $79,000 for a single coin. If you're a collector or simply interested in the world of rare coins, keep an eye out for these potential treasures. You never know when you might come across a valuable error coin in your pocket change. And remember, a little research and careful examination could lead you to a find that could make you thousands of dollars richer. Thanks for watching, and happy hunting. Top 2. We're exploring a coin that might be hiding in your collection or even in your pocket change. The 1984 USA 5-cent coin. This coin may seem like an everyday nickel, but there's a lot more to it than meets the eye, especially if you're looking for rare, valuable varieties. Let's take a closer look and find out why this particular coin could be worth a lot more than just 5 cents. The 1984 nickel is part of the long-running series featuring Thomas Jefferson, and its design has remained consistent since the 1930s. On the obverse, you'll see a portrait of Thomas Jefferson, the third president of the United States, while the reverse features his iconic home, Monticello. But even though this coin is part of a well-known design, it's the condition and rarity of certain 1984 nickels that can make them incredibly valuable. Like with most coins, the key to determining a coin's value is its rarity and condition. A regular 1984 nickel in circulation is worth just 5 cents, but certain versions of this coin, especially those with minting errors, can see their value skyrocket. When we talk about rare 1984 nickels, we're mainly referring to those that have unusual characteristics. Whether due to a minting mistake or an error during production point, one of the most valuable and sought-after varieties of the 1984 nickel is the 1984 D nickel with a unique minting error. These errors can include things like double strikes, off-center strikes, or misaligned dies. For instance, a double die error on the 1984 nickel can create a noticeable doubling in the lettering or on Thomas Jefferson's portrait. This doubling effect occurs when the coin is struck multiple times by the die, making the features appear twice or more, and it's a feature that collectors eagerly search for. Another error that can increase the value of a 1984 nickel is an off-center strike. When the planchet, the metal disc the coin is struck on, isn't properly aligned, the design may shift, leaving part of the coin blank. These errors are not only rare, but visually striking, making them a hot commodity for collectors. Now, you might be wondering, how much could one of these rare 1984 nickels be worth? It's hard to say exactly without a proper evaluation, but the price for an error coin in excellent condition can soar. For example, one of the most valuable 1984 nickels, a rare error coin in top-notch condition, sold for an astounding $68,000. That's right, a single 1984 nickel with a rare minting error could potentially be worth as much as $68,000. Imagine finding one of these coins in your change. It's a reminder that coins we often overlook could actually be hidden treasures waiting to be discovered. So, how can you tell if your 1984 nickel is worth more than 5 cents? The first step is to inspect the coin closely. Look for signs of doubling in the design or any other unusual marks that might indicate an error. You should also check for off-center strikes or any other abnormalities that set the coin apart from a standard nickel. If you think you've found something special, it's worth getting the coin professionally graded to determine its true value. While the vast majority of 1984 nickels will be worth only face value, those with rare minting errors can be incredibly valuable. A mint condition 1984 nickel with an error could easily fetch thousands of dollars, and in some exceptional cases, up to $68,000. So the next time you come across a 1984 nickel, be sure to take a closer look. You never know, you might just have a small fortune sitting in your pocket. In conclusion, while most 1984 5-cent coins are worth only 5 cents, certain varieties with minting errors can be worth thousands of dollars, and in some rare cases, even more. The most valuable 1984 nickels, like those with double die errors or off-center strikes, have been known to sell for an incredible $68,000. If you're a coin collector or just someone with an eye for rare finds, always be on the lookout for these hidden treasures. You might just strike it rich. Top 3. We're going to explore a coin that many might overlook in their change, but it could be worth a small fortune. We're talking about the 1980 United States 1-cent coin, better known as the 1980 penny. This seemingly ordinary penny could be hiding a big surprise for those who know what to look for. The 1980 penny, like most U.S. pennies from the 1980s, features the classic design of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, and the reverse showcases the iconic wheat stalks, which were used until 1958. But don't be fooled by its standard appearance. Certain 1980 pennies have rare minting errors that can make them extremely valuable. These errors are what makes some pennies from 1980 worth way more than just 1 cent. So, what's the big deal about a 1980 penny? Well, the key to its potential value lies in rare mistakes that happen during the minting process. Errors like double strikes, misaligned dies, or even the wrong planchet being used can transform an ordinary penny into something highly sought after by collectors. The more significant the error, the higher the price it can fetch at auction point. One of the most valuable and well-known types of error for the 1980 penny is the double die variety. A double die error occurs when the coin is struck more than once by the same die, causing parts of the design to appear doubled. This is especially noticeable in the lettering, like the word Liberty or In God We Trust, where the letters might appear blurry or doubled. If you find a 1980 penny with this type of error, it's a rare find and could be worth a small fortune. Another valuable error for the 1980 penny is the off-center strike. This happens when the planchet, the blank metal disc used to make the coin, is not properly aligned in the press, causing part of the design to be cut off. This type of error gives the coin a unique, misaligned look that is highly desirable among collectors. A well-preserved off-center 1980 penny could easily be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. But it's not just about the error. The condition of the coin plays a huge role in its value. Even without an error, a penny in near-perfect condition, especially one that's been graded as uncirculated, could fetch more than a typical circulated penny. But when you combine rarity with excellent condition, the value can increase exponentially. Now, you might be wondering just how much a 1980 penny could actually be worth. While most 1980 pennies will only be worth their face value of 1 cent, some rare error coins can bring in incredible amounts at auction. One of the most famous 1980 pennies with a significant minting error recently sold for a jaw-dropping $81,000. Yes, you heard that right. $81,000 for a single penny. That's the potential value of a 1980 penny if it features one of these rare minting errors and is in excellent condition. Finding such a coin is no easy feat, but the possibility of finding one is enough to make any collector check their change more carefully. So, how can you tell if your 1980 penny is worth more than just a penny? Start by carefully examining the coin. Look for any signs of doubling, particularly in the lettering. If you notice any part of the design that seems out of place or more pronounced than normal, you might be looking at a double die error. Also, check for off-center strikes or other unusual characteristics that could indicate a minting mistake. If you think you've found something valuable, consider getting the coin professionally graded by a reputable coin grading service. This will help determine its condition and rarity, giving you a clearer idea of its worth. In conclusion, while most 1980 pennies are worth just 1 cent, certain rare varieties with minting errors can be worth far more. The most valuable 1980 pennies, especially those with double die errors or off-center strikes, have been known to sell for as much as $81,000. If you're a coin collector or just someone who likes to keep an eye out for rare finds, the 1980 penny could be hiding a treasure in plain sight. So, next time you find a 1980 penny, take a moment to examine it closely. It could be worth more than you ever imagined. Thanks for watching, and happy coin hunting!